Hello everyone and welcome to CSR Season 5 Round 10 here for the Canadian GP. And I am Pepsi Freak 212 aka ROP, and I am joined by Dunk Daddy, or Dunk as he probably like to be called, or Duncan, or whatever. Just if you're there, Dunk, you could say hello. Yeah. That I would agree with you. That 100% I would agree with you. It's probably one of my favorite circuits in game. It's always been ever since I played these games all the way back in F1 2010. It's always been one of my favorite circuits, and it's good to see leagues come here every now and again. But also, never been on a commentary with an Australian man, so it's good to see another nationality I can chalk off the box of people to commentate with. Soon enough, I'll turn the bloody Junkrat from Overwatch. I'll be talking about Hungry Jacks and going down to the Bobby, or that the Outback, or whatever. But Australian sound effects aside, we do have probably a good race here with 18 people out here today, all trying to win this Canadian GP. Now, I should ask, we'll throw it out to you, Dunk, any driver that we should watch while they drive around here? True. Yeah, Tasmanian Devil was pretty fast, and if you did check out another league, which is LSR, that did a GT 2-hour at Le Mans, that I also was on the commentary dude with Katie. You also took part in that race. But Stanley was pretty fast in his Toyota car along with Tasmanian Devil, so they are pretty quick in GT Sport, and we'll hopefully see if that pace carries over here today. But yeah, Devil does lead the points by over 30, so he is looking to at least continue extending his lead. So yeah, he is the first one on track, so he will be the first one. Actually, a couple drivers think... I know, as it looks like someone's out into the back. It looks like Marco of Kenya and Ben Swerve. That is correct. But yeah, Marco Kenya did run into the back of Ben Swerve here in Canada. So both Ben Swerve's going to have a 5-place grid penalty, and Marco of Kenya has some wing damage. Or Mark of Kenya, not Marco, as I've been informed in my earpiece. Viper Noah sets the fast lap of the 110, but I feel like, as you were saying, Devil's going to probably set a faster one here. Hopefully he gets around that stricken Merc, and it's going to be at least a 109, a 110.266, and that will put him 5 tenths clear of the second-place driver of Noah in the Williams. Fast lap, but I feel like we'll get faster. Oh, maybe. Maybe. We'll check his tires real fast. One of the few things we can do, check the tires. Oh, so he can. That is correct. Okay. Yep, Forzan. Oh, Frenchie could hold him up coming out of pit lane. It looks like he'll lead a little bit, and he'll be okay, at least on that front. There we go. Ooh, Bats Plus. Tires do well here. From what I can remember, my league racing, it's a one-stop is not really the best option. You do want to try a two-stop in a 50% race. So I feel like it does open the door to mediums, but as someone that's tried races on mediums before, it just doesn't feel like the right strategy. It never, because it always feels like if there's a safety car, always when you put in the mediums, there seems to be a safety car a couple laps down the road, and then you're kind of shanked while the drivers on softs get basically a free pit stop. But while we were riding, Bratz Plus up the P1 with a 108, and Broomhandle with a 109, so Devil may have not got a good run, but he is up at least somewhat at his time right now through Sector 1, so if he was sandbagging, or at the very least took some corners wrong, I think we'll find out relatively soon whether or not he can improve. Yep, that Porchy dude. Let's see, Taz. Yeah, I would not be shocked. Oh, yeah, that's a fast lap on mediums. So the mediums, at least Stanley's shown that the mediums can be done at a fast pace, but we still got a lot of drivers that have not put times down, including Fretch, Bane, Kenya, Forzan, Fireball. List goes on. So, yeah, time will tell. But let's see, Devil hasn't validated, so he's probably going to come in the pit lane this time. But yep, he's staying out. on 2-lap old soft. So very interesting indeed, because especially in validating, I think you may want to pit because you want to get off that old rubber. So yeah, we'll take a look around the field here. That Portugal has retired, so I guess he feels confident. No, he's crashed. He has crashed. I'll try to find the car that's closest. I think that's Turkey Whacker. Yeah, he has binned it. He has lost off that last corner right near the Visit Montreal place, and he has lost it into the tire wall. So that is session over, and he will be starting P4 at the highest. But again, I do think that time will fall. Oh. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of corners around here, Canada, where it feels like if you just get the power just a little wrong, the thing's going to kick out and you're going to end your race relatively quickly. But you have to be fast on the edge, so it's a track where you have to live by the sword, die by the sword, metaphorically speaking, of course. I mean, someone may try to live by the sword, die by the sword, figuratively, but actually, I think I had that backwards, yeah. Literally mess up there. Nazi Vapor coming out of pits. We'll take a quick look. He's invalidated. I think the Tasmanian Devil should be coming in this time. No, he's staying out again. He's done 4 laps on those softs and is still going. Shadowbane is on a lap here, but he's on 8 seconds slower, so he's going to be calling it a lap. Turkey Whacker next. That's not him. That's actually TCR. He's on a lap here, so we'll see where he puts the car along with him and the Merc behind him. This last 2 chicane right before the wall champ, it's very easy to cut and very hard to do side by side, so it's very easy to get invalidation, and you want to get as far out as possible. So as a driver yourself, as TCR goes P3, how do you avoid cutting that last chicane? I guess that's a fair tip. All right, you don't. Hey, I love the honesty. Some people try to bull it, and some people that is perfect honesty right there. You don't. That's a that is a fair point. All right. Again, can't hate the honesty, but you take your lumps. You take your lumps and hope the gods don't rumble you too much. Yeah, he's on. He has. Didn't get much damage, it seems. 5 laps on a set. Unless he's really trying to get rubbered in that car. Now he's just taking the course. I think he's officially done, especially with low fuel load. He's got to be running on fumes. Mark of Kenya has invalidated. Forzin's on an outlap. Fireball's coming out of pit lane. Swerve actually could put down time here, so we'll see where he puts it for the last couple corners. He just cut the last corner, so he'll be going around again. Turkey Whacker in the pits. Not Sir Vapor. Oh, it takes a lot of that wall there. Could have a little bit of damage. I think he does. He does. So he's going to be limping around for his lap. Bats Plus and Stanley out on a set of mediums as well. Again, same mediums he just ran. So I think he thinks he can improve, or he stick to his guns on mediums. But Wapowski sets the first fast lap of the race with a 108. All right, we'll watch it. That he is. Purple. Ooh, keeps. This could be a good lap. We'll check the split time in a second here. It is another purple. She's purple indeed. I think he's on bated breath. Oh, he invalidated. He took a little too much on the right there. So that's going to be another lap indeed. Yep, that is a bruh moment indeed. Gonna date myself with the kids. How you do, fellow kids? But, yeah, Bats Plus is also on a lap. He is down on his times, though, so it doesn't look like he's got, again, not a big gap between Wapowski and Bats Plus, so I do feel like they will have a time to improve, but it's not going to be this lap. All right. Yep, Stanley up next, but Stanley is well over 2 seconds slow on his time, and he's coming to pit lane, presumably to put on a set of softs. So T just actually jumps up to P4. Good for him in the Merc. TCR is slowed down. He's on an outlap on his mediums. But I think he set his original times on soft, so unless he can improve, that's not going to help him much. Tasmanian Devil's going out on a set of mediums, so it looks like he's going to try to start this race also on a set of mediums. So your theory could have been correct. He may have been taking it a bit slow so he could improve. Shadowbane on an outlap. Noah as well, but he's invalidated. Fretchy's coming into pit lane. Mark's on an out. Forzan's coming in again, so I think he's going to just say, screw this lap and try one more. So it looks like Forzan is a type of driver that likes one attempt, and then if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I should ask you again, as the driver. Personally, myself, I like taking 2 laps of qualifying. But do you just take 1 lap, and that's it? After that, just pull it in? Or do you go for a second lap, but the first lap was slow? That is a fair point. So you want... I think you gave yourself a little bit more credit. I saw you in the LSR race. You weren't that bad. You deserve a little more credit than you deserve. Yeah. It was basically a 2-car race between, it felt like the whole race between Forzan and our current, was Forzan and someone else. I did that, Sequent, thank you. It's been a couple days, but yeah, after 2 hours, my brain kind of turned a little bit to mush, constant battling. Oh yeah, he is. He doesn't have to rush out too quick. He has to hit probably about 3 minutes left if he wants at least 2 attempts, and about 1:30 if he wants 1 attempt. So he's got time. Maybe just getting used to the car. But since Park Fermé is on, no setup changes. So if he's made a bad mistake in that setup, he's gonna be living with it for the rest of the weekend. Forzan is now on an outlap as well, so he did look like he had the pace to at least be a pole sitter, and now he's gonna try it again. Try to wheel the car up again with another fresh set of softs. Do you have a Ooh, Stanley, yep. He's in pit lane as well in a set of mediums. I think he's been 3rd. Maybe he's approved, but I think he was 3rd regardless. But that is on mediums, though. Yeah, but still, it's on mediums, though. Yeah, sometimes you look at the time board, you think like, oh, he's only in 4th, and you're like, wait, he was in 3rd? When did he become 3rd? Sometimes it just passes because you're looking around the field and you just don't think about it. But yeah, Stanley and TCR have both done their laps on mediums, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we'll take a look at him. I'll let you do the honors. As soon as we cut to him, he invalidates. Ugh. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. We'll... Oh, yeah, he is. He is indeed. So we'll go back to fitted here. So yeah, he looks like he's going to try to improve. We'll have to keep an eye on him as well. Hopefully the pressure is off. 4 minutes to go in this session. So if you want to head out and get 2 laps, you better be heading out soon. But it looks like a lot of drivers are either on pits or are on outlaps. So if your drivers like Noah, Feixer, or Devil, this is going to be your last hurrah at it, because you may have enough time to get 1 lap and come back around, but it's going to be very tight. So you want to put your effort into this lap. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Because I do think... Because remember, Forzan will probably jump into the top 10, so he will fall out. So, yeah, he's coming in. So, he does not feel comfortable on those tires. Forzan has actually decided to pit, so he's going for 1 more attempt. So, hopefully he keeps it clean. We'll cut the Devil here. Devil has started his lap along with the Williams of Noah and the Red Bull of, I think that is Feixer. So, I have to keep an eye on their splits right now. So we'll see here as Devil's going to come. This one, the very first corner is very easy to cut. Don't want to get too much of the exit. Gets it, keeps it clean. Almost hits a DAL sign. That was pretty good for an out. We'll see where he is. He's up on his times, so he has improved, but not... Actually, this say it was a purple sector 1. But he could break into 108 if he keeps his pace. Looks like a car is slow. If that's not Forza, I think that's Kenya. Yep, Kenya is low on low fuel, so... Looks like he's going to just try to limp it around. Devil has actually invalidated this time by, so he's going to have 1 more attempt at this, or at least 2. Ben swerve on an outlap. Not to vapor in pits. Nope, we have to fight that. Oh, he kept it clean. Nope. Yep, he is on a set of mediums. 110. That will put him P12. And I think Frecci just put down at 110. No, someone jumped him. I don't think Shadowbane. Someone moved him down. If you're watching at home, you could probably point that out and call us idiots. But, so yeah, 3 drivers have not set times. Oh, yeah. No, he's slow. He was been in the top 10 because he was saving fuel. Yeah, so 3 drivers have not set a time yet. And with 2 minutes to go in the session, if you're not heading out now, you better be heading out soon. Forzan, this is probably his last major attempt here. Hopefully he doesn't validate like the previous 2 times. Fireball's still not left the pit lane yet. He's done 2 laps, but he has not made an effort yet. He better be heading out soon. And Turkey Whacker is slow on the long last straight. He's probably going for 1 more attempt as we speak as well. So we'll keep it. Fireball is actually retired, so he'll be starting last, bearing Turkey Whacker and Forzan setting times. There's Marco. I think he's slowing up. He's going to take... Nope, he's coming in the pit lane, so it's going to be the end of the session for Marco as well. Yep, coming. Hopefully he doesn't... Because, well, he'll get probably 1 more attempt. But it's worth noting that the top 5 all have gone out for another outlap, so they will all be ones to watch in the last couple laps here. Devil through the last couple corners here. Don't want to cut. Oh, I'm shocked that wasn't a cut. He took all of it. But the game's called the mercy. It's going to be a 108. 8-1-1. That will be P4. He can call it a day. I think he'll be calling it a day. No reason. No reason. That is true. Let me just... Yep. Yep, Stanley has only 1 lap old mediums he set that time on. Tasmanian Devil was on 2, and TCR was on 1. So all 3 drivers are looking to at least improve. But TCR is on a set of softs, so he's not comfortable with that time on mediums. Yep, so he's looking to improve as well. We'll see as he crosses the line here. No, it's clean. It is clean. So we'll keep an eye. Yep. Ben Swerve hasn't validated, but he'll have 1 more go at it. So the next car up across the line will be the Williams of Noah. This is his last... Oh, he does. A lot of cars kind of blocking the road here. Lot to cover here. Noah up to 8th. So Noah will be going P8, and he'll jump. Next up, I believe that is Bats Plus. Bats Plus hasn't validated, though. He'll have 1 more attempt at it if he wants. And that will be it. So if you have not crossed the line now, this is your last lap. Make it count. Not Sir Vapor will actually be the first one next. He's up 1/4 of a second on his time. We'll see what he does. Last couple corners. Nope, he's just coming down pit lane, so he's calling it a day. Next up is the Alfa Romeo. I believe Tasmanian Devil. We'll check where he is across the line here. No, he's done as well. Yep. Next up is TC. Actually, yep. Yep. Let's check on him. We'll see. He's not improved. So unless he really wants to get off those softs, no, he's going for it. Oh, he kept it clean. We'll see where it puts him. Could be a pull lap. Oh, he's run out of fuel, or he's slowed up. Yep, he's called it. Forzan has not actually set a time. Wapowski has improved. That will put him P1 a little bit wider margin. I believe that is everyone. Only one left, I think, is Feixer. No, he's coming down pit lane. I think it's the other Red Bull of Bats. It is Cam Bats. Bats is up on his time. This could be a run to the line. It's going to be a 108. It will be a 108.4. That will be about a... Close. Close. He was a 1/4... Yep. Yep. That he was. That he was. He looked good. Yep, a lot of drivers probably will agree with that sentiment right now, including Forzan, who's probably a pretty fast driver, but could not put down 1 clean lap in 18 minutes worth of qualifying, and will be starting P16 on the grid. That is not good for the Racing Point driver. So we'll take a look at the... That he is. That he is. He's a pretty good driver, so we'll wait to see, but he'll have pressure from Bats Plus, Stanley in P3, Devil 4th, TCR 5th, Slurgis in 6th, Kenya 7th, Noah 8th, Feixer 9th, and Broomhandle will round out the top 10 of soft runners. But what's worth noting is 5 drivers in that top 10 are actually going to be starting on mediums for the race, except, well, Marco Kenya's actually going to get demoted to 12, so it will bump Ben Swerve into the top 10, so he'll also get a free tire choice as well. So, very interesting mixed strategies. I should throw this out there. If you were racing this, would you have tried to take a set of softs or a set of mediums into qualifying, like to the race? Ooh, that is I think it is too, but I feel, especially with the 18 car field, ooh, the conditions do look a little dark. It looks a little too bright for rain, but you never know in this game. We do not have any clue, so it could rain. It may not rain. This is Canada, though, so rain is always on the forecast, and this game loves to throw rain around Canada when you least expect it, or at least want it. Mm-hmm. 2011, actually. Yep, that it was. It went, well, that's why the 2-hour cap was made, for that exact reason. Because of constant restarts and starts and stops, but it was a whopper of a finish, though, so can't hate it for those reasons. Hopefully, as we're commentating this race, hopefully we get some drama. We don't want a one driver driving off into the distance. So we will wait here for the formation lap. Yep, the projected AWS strategy is a 2-stopper, medium, medium, or medium hard. But if you're starting in the back on a set of mediums, so actually we'll check the tires here real fast. It looks like even the drivers in the back are kind of split between softs and mediums. No one's taking a gamble and starting the race on a set of hards. Very interesting. Because you think like one driver like Xiaomi may have been like, oh, well, I'm 19th, so why not fit on a pair of hards? It may be slower, but I can go longer. But I guess no one wants to live on the wild side here. It is, but true. But also true. And also something else worth noting is maybe a bunch of drivers pick softs because, again, it's very dark. And this is speculation. But since it's very dark, could there be rain somewhere in the first pit window? Maybe the second one? Could there have been a reason why they want to run as soft as possible because they know rain's coming? Oh, Dunk. Just checking the chat. Just checking the chat here right now. Your mic's not picking up, so can you quickly check? Go to your party screen and make sure party, and then, well, let me just quickly take a 5-second pause here. Party, and then on your party screen, does that ever take a second? Party settings. No, because you may need to allow your mic to be allowed. So check your party settings, and then go to party settings and allow your voice to be shared. And see if your mic is, make sure that's always allowed, because it may not be on. Oh. Was it not on?
It's on now. It's back on now.
Now we should be able to hear you. So, sorry for that little technical delay, folks. I am joined by Dunk over here. I have not been talking to myself like a crazy lunatic. He's Australian. Woo. Anyway. Anyway, little blunder here. First time in the booth. It happens. Hopefully it's a learning experience. But they are lined up here. Ready to go here. They have all lined up. 5 red lights will be coming shortly. Hopefully. Yep. And here we go. We will wait for the lights. Yep, 5 of the lights are activated. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And away they go off into turn 1. Wapowski looks like he got a little bit bogged down, but he's going to be at least going to hold the position for the short term. Looks like everyone's going to relatively, don't lock up the brakes too much, as it looks like everyone has relatively made it clean.
Taz has jumped Stanley. Taz has jumped Stanley.
Taz has jumped Stanley, indeed, on those mediums. Looks like everyone else has made it relatively cleanly through. No complaints. Everyone is forward. Wapowski holds the lead, but Bats Plus is actually holding second, but Taz has jumped Stanley, like you said, for P3. Good for the points leader for that to happen. Timing scoring is a little screwed up right now. Now it's readjusted. Now we know where everyone is. Still shocked that's not been fixed, but hey, that will be 2022 for you. Looks like we have a little bit of pressure in the back here. Broom's under pressure from Noah. It looks like the rest of the field, again, everyone's kind of orderly. It looks like we got the racing point of Forzan already proven past Shadowbane for P15, and Notzer Vapor off into the wall there, and he's going to lose a spot to P14. He's going to have to limp around and fix the damage. Everyone up into the break.
Play damage.
Mm-hmm. Looks like everyone else is still good. Yellow flag, Sector 3, something may have happened. Williams is around of Noah. Yep, it is Viper Noah. He was battling for P10. He looped it. Must have been, he likes racing without traction, so he probably got the power down a little too quickly, and he has turned it the other way. So yeah, Wapowski leads the first lap of the race, and Bats Plus in second, not too far behind. Well, a little under a second behind. Broomhandle gets the first penalty. That is shocking. He's already got a penalty this early into the race. It was only lap 1. You've already cut 3 corners in a lap? That is... May want to clean it up a little bit, Broom. I like you, but keep your lines a little more turdy. Freshie currently under pressure from Forza. Forza already up to P12, looking to make it P11 quickly on Freshie here, round the inside, and he will try to outbrake him, get the elbows out.
He's got him now.
He's got Freshie's already got a 3-second as well. Add that to his time of him and Broom already making cuts like it's no tomorrow. And speaking of Fresh, under pressure from Shadowbane and Turkey Whacker, if he does not get a move on, relatively speaking, here comes Shadowbane, and he's passed him like he's standing still. Freshie down the 13th, could be under pressure from 14th as well. Back up to the front here, everyone has kind of relatively gotten close as Turkey's actually jumped Fretch while we were looking away. Oh, a little bit of stack up there. Fretch had nowhere to go, runs in the back of Turkey.
Porchy dude with wing damage and a penalty.
Ooh,
so far in this race, there has been more cuts than a conservative government.
That's a good one. Topical humor. That felt awkward to say, but yeah, TCR has made the pass.
Bats Plus is out of DRS range from Wodapatowski. Wodapatowski with a very strong opening few laps.
That Poochie has decided to call it a day, and taking it behind the wall. Stanley, relatively behind Tasmanian. Let's take DRS has been enabled. So yeah, now we have DRS. So it looks like a lot of these drivers are in a train though. But Wapowski probably did himself a favor by getting well over a second clear of Bats. We'll look for the field here. It looks like Siege could have a move here going into the straight with DRS, but TCR does have DRS as well, though, so unless he's brave on the brakes, nothing will happen here, and he'll just have to tuck behind and hope Stanley gets a move on. Speaking of Sturgis, he's also gotten a 3-second as well for cutting. So 6 drivers have already gotten warnings for, already gotten penalties for cutting, and unlike other time penalties, they cannot be served in the pit lane, so they're going to have to deal with them for the end of this race. But since it's only lap 3, they may want to clean up their act. Yep, TCR has actually dropped a second behind, but he still has DRS. Bats Plus is actually that. Yep, everyone has kind of trained out here a little bit, but with the DRS train, it's just going to be a wait and see when you can make a move option.
Degrest, the highest runner of the penalised drivers so far. So he's closing in on TCR here. He should be able to make a move in the next lap or two, but still has about 3-second penalty to contend with, and that will hurt him. As I said before, get around here without any penalties, and you've done well. And so far, 5 drivers not done well.
Yep, nope. And I feel like, especially if they got it that early, I feel like they'll be under pressure to keep adding to it because they want to stay in the game. But right now, the highest runner on mediums is Tasmanian Devil, so it is interesting to see.
Segrist is making the move. DRS up the inside.
And he's, oh, well, hold on, TCR trying to outbrake him. No, he will not, and he'll hold it, but almost hits the sign on the end, and that's going to allow TCR back on the inside here. And they're going to be side by side going into the hairpin.
Only issue here is now Segrist still has the DRS.
Yep.
Both the DRS down the back straight.
Yep, and it looks like Feixer wants to join this party as well, along with Kenya. They could be going 3 wide. They are. They're going to...
Taz closing in on Bats.
Oh, we got
second place.
We got a battle here for 6th, and we got a battle for 2nd. We'll cut back up to 2nd here. Tasmanian Devil is going to make the pass, and he's going to make it clean through the chicane, and he'll make the pass on Bats. And back to the other battle here. Seedress is in 5th, and then Feixer was able to get around, but Feixer is now under pressure from TCR, and also Mark of Kenya. Mark going to try to make it around the outside the inside here, trying to hold his line, getting a little bit elbowy, but he's not going to be able to make it work. And Feixer will take 7th, TCR will stay 6th, Kenya will stay 8th, and we got Turkey Whacker and Ben battling here. But something worth noting here is Forzen is already up to P9, starting in 16th and now up to 9th. He is working his way through the field, carving through it like butter. Now he's got his teammate ahead of him.
On the mediums as well, he can go long here. He can go long, play it how he likes.
That he can. So he's at the mercy of the strategy here, because we know for a fact Slurgis, Watt, Powski, and Tasmanian Devil are going to have to pit sooner rather than later, so they can go a bit longer. Fretchy gets another 3-second. He's now going to be the first driver on 6. Make sure you keep it home. If someone that's a tricky game for the viewers at home. Take a driver, and every time he gets a 3-second time penalty, take a shot. If you bet on someone like Fretchy or someone in the back who's already on 6, you maybe have a lither as black as Black Sea. Didn't have a good analogy.
I mean, if you're following broom handle at this point, I'd be calling an ambulance.
It's only lap 6 at that rate.
Speaking of Forzan and his teammate, here he goes.
Oh,
DRS
side by
turn
side.
1.
Yep,
Up
side
the
by side.
inside. Well executed move there.
That he can. Nice and easy on his teammate.
Taz is starting to reel in Wadapatowski here, slowly but surely.
Ooh, yeah, especially on a set of mediums.
Starting to pull away from Bats Plus slightly.
Especially on a set of mediums. That is impressive. Because maybe the softs have fallen off a little bit, and he's making those mediums work for him. That is the wrong interval. I want that. But yeah, take a quick check here. We'll check here. I think we may have a lunge here for P8. Forzan could have DRS on the back of Feixer, but not going to be close enough to make anything happen. Feixer locks up a little bit, and that's going to allow him the opportunity for Forzan to make something happen. We do have a yellow flag sector 2. Someone is around. That is a loop, and that was Shahomi, who's lost his wing, but he's still firing it forward, so no safety car will be called. Forzan has made a pass on the Red Bull of Feixer, but Feixer probably is going to be coming back here with an answer. But both drivers will have DRS, so it's going to be a battle of who has more ERS or more slipstream. But yep, it looks like Forzan will slot P7. Now Surges kind of holds up.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Yep, he is. It doesn't look like he's got end plate. No, he has lost a bit of his end plate, so he's going to have some broken wing to contend with. So that may stop his rise for the front. So Surge
Bats Plus is hanging on to the back of Tasmanian Devil here, as Taz is within DRS distance of Wadapatowski. Could we see a move from the lead here in the next few laps?
Probably. Could have a chance, especially with DRS, but something worth noting, Tasmanian Devil has dragged Bats and Stanley back into the lead pack. So Devil kind of taking the train was actually a good thing because it's allowed those drivers to get in touch with Wapowski, and we may have a fight on our hands sooner rather than later. Forzan gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings as well, so add him to the list of the naughty boys.
I think he's up to 6 seconds now.
I believe. Let me just check the... I never can find the right one. I even know how many times I've done this. Oh, yep, 6-6. Frenchie's already up to 14. Oh. Ouch. But yeah, Devil here.
TCR Racer has gotten past Segrist while we were talking there. A poor exit from Segrist off the hairpin, and Stanley has a penalty. Stanley now indeed. Add him to the list. TCR is holding position. Now Forzan is actually relatively pulling away. Not Sir Vapor. Add them to the list as well. Or they're dropping like flies. But yeah, I think Tasmanian Devil will have a lunge here right in the medium straight of Sector 2, if not the long straight right in Sector 3. But I feel like Devil will have a move here this lap. I just feel like he's licking his chops and will have a move here sooner rather than later. As Turkeywacker has actually made a pass for 12. But what has happened is... Oh, he's pitted. Cedrus actually has pitted. And he was on the soft, so maybe it's a pit stop time for the boys in the on the soft runners. But I guess we'll wait and see, because Wapowski is on a set of softs, so if he may decide to jump down pits this lap, maybe. Because Steegis already has. So we'll take a look here. Those are position changes, stops. Yep. So we'll see here with DRS. I think Devil will have a move here. And it looks like Stanley could also have a move on Bats Plus. Round the outside. He'll make the pass like he's standing still, and he'll be up to second. Then we got Stanley in the distance. Will he try to make the pass for the chicane? No, he won't. In.
Oh, yeah, Wapowski
Bats
and
Plus is in.
Both of them come in. I bet you that kind of threw off Stanley, because Stanley looks like he was about to make the overtake, and may have got thrown off with a Bats Plus coming in, but I think all the soft runners are coming in. We do have a pass here for third.
Wapowski and Bats Plus both onto mediums.
Thank you for letting us know. As Forzan makes the pass for P3. So Forzan is up to third in the race, but obviously with those drivers coming in, he'll probably cycle to fifth, but he is working his way through the field relatively quickly, even with a slightly broken wing.
Fike with a slow pit stop there, front wing change. However, he's gone medium. So Fike likely on a 2-stop.
Yep.
Could see a strong end stint on softs from Fike there.
Yep, that could work for him. It is an interesting strategy, indeed. So wait for them to cycle out here. TCR and Forzan are third and fourth, and we do have a battle for 13th and 14th, as Noah is holding down the fort against Frecci.
So Forzan up to third place, fifth place effectively, with Wadapatowski and Bats Plus having just pit.
Correct. But I don't think that will be the end of the battle between Watts and Bats Plus, because they're both relatively close, and with DRS, anything is possible. We also have possible a couple moves happening here. We'll have this, and actually we'll have Seegis on Shadowbane, and he'll take over P9. A little lockup, but he'll hold down, take P9 from Shadowbane.
Shadowbane yet to pit there.
So we'll take a look at
Oh,
stops.
he's done one stop. I apologize. He's done one stop,
Yeah,
and he's still on softs.
He did just pit a couple. He was the first runner to pit on softs on lap 8, so he pitted.
8 laps.
Yep, and then everyone else
It's
followed him in.
8-lap-old softs.
Oh, that he has.
But a run through the field here. Tasmanian Devil yet to stop. Stanley, Forzan, TCR F1 Racer, Mark of Kenya. Our top 5 all yet to stop. All currently on mediums. Wada Patowski and Bats Plus both pit on lap 9 onto the mediums from the softs. Fireball 1080 in 8th place. The final remaining, the highest placed driver on the softs yet to stop. We have Seagrass in 9th place on a new set of mediums. Shadowbane on a 9-lap-old set of softs. Broomhandle pit for the softs last lap. Frekia Viola on some old softs with one stop done. Fikva, he is on some new mediums. He's just been held up there on the exit by Frekia Viola. Ben Swerven on 3-lap-old softs. Viper Noah, Not So Vapor, Turkey Whacker, and Shahomi rounding out the grid there, all on new mediums.
Thank you for your rundown there. That was a good
Frekia
rundown.
Viola is around. Frekia Viola is around.
Frecci has looped it, it seems. Yep, he has. He looks like he's got some damage here, if I'm not mistaken. Can't get a good angle. If not now, he's actually tapping that wall. So that's not what you want to see from the Renault driver. And that at least is going to allow the, as Noah and Swerven are fighting for 13th, but that's going to allow Freiker to get some distance on Noah and Swerven because they were coming with him ahead. Fireball in the pit lane, so he is stopped, and he'll be on this, going to a set of softs as well. So he's doing a 2-stop.
I think our top 5 drivers here will likely be going on to hards.
Maybe indeed, because I feel like they can't go on a set of mediums. So yeah, they'll be going to the end, or at least try to go to the end. Now Surveyper gets another time penalty to add to his troubles. Turkey Whacker up to 15th with Shadowbane pitting. So, yep, and Frecci gets 5 for speeding in the pit lane, just to add to his woes. So top 5, again, has not pitted yet. Relatively speaking, they should be good to go for another 5, possibly 10 laps. They really want to stretch it. So we'll have to see. But with times intervals, Bats Plus and what
Stanley is in. Pits.
So he's decided to come in early. Forzan going to stay out along with everyone else. So he's the first runner on a set of mediums. So we'll see what he does here on his tire choice. He is going for a set of white wool. So that will be a set of hards. So he's looking to go to the end. Bats Plus gets a cut warning as well. So he's also going to get 3 seconds added to his name, if not already.
Wada Patowski in a strong position here.
Yep.
Just get back to you if he has any warnings.
Nope, he does not. I don't know how many warnings he has, but I know he doesn't have any penalties. I'll let you tell me. So as we cut through the field, yeah, everyone's kind of spaced out in their own worlds here. Closest battle is 3 and 2 right now, with TCR holding on the back of Forzan for the time being.
Wada Patowski with 2 warnings so far.
Oh, so
exceeding track limits.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to avoid cutting for the next, like 20 laps at least.
But Tasmanian Devil, the championship leader, he is in the box seat here. He has no warnings, and he's going along on those mediums.
Yep, that is a driver you want to keep it clean here. He's not coming in this lap, so it looks like he's staying out. Let's see if any of the medium runners decide to come in early because of Stanley's move. Nope, no one else is going to come in. Forzan gets another 3-second time penalty. I think he's up to 9. Quick check. He's actually up to 12, so that is not good for Forzan. And Watpowski, speak of the devil, he's now got his 3rd, and now he's got 3 seconds as well.
Go.
So right now, if you're Devil and Kenya, you may want to keep that car clean, because right now you're at least somewhat in the catbird seat if you can keep it clean, because everyone else behind you has 3 or 6. So we'll take a look. We actually do have a battle in the back here because we'll let the back boys here get some fighting here. We got Noah, Vapor, and Fireball all fighting for 12th. No points on the line, but pride is a thing for a race car driver. You just don't want to roll over and die. You want to get as high as you can, even if it's not for points.
Tell you what, I think we have a late safety car here. I think Fikova could be in a very strong position.
He could. It looks like Forzan may be a bit slow because TCR has caught the back relatively quickly. So TCR could have a move on Forzan here. But what's worth noting is Devil has pulled a lot of distance on Forzan. 8 seconds clear. So we'll see here if he can make the jump. TCR on the inside, going to try to get clear. Gets him clear before the hairpin, and he will make the move relatively cleanly. And there he goes on next, trying to now chase down Tasmanian Devil. So we'll go back to the battle for 12th, 13th here, because, again, it is the closest one on track. Actually, speaking there, Forzan is back. So hold on a minute. I thought TCR would have drove in the distance there by half a second, but never mind. We'll keep on this one. So TCR, again, their fighting is not going to help because right now Devil has cleared over half a second on them because they're fighting. So one of them, they're not teammates, but they're really shooting themselves in the foot by fighting. So we'll have to see here. It looks like now TCR is getting some distance on him, but with a DRS straight coming up, Forzan could have an answer back. So we'll check through. Actually, we'll keep an eye on here, and we'll see how if Forzan gets a good jump on the DRS straight here. Again, we're on about to be on lap 15, so I would not be shocked if Devil, TCR, and Forzan come in. But there's a good question here. Is the softs go about 10 laps? There's no way they stretch the mediums that long. So, but do you risk it if you make it? You do have a yellow flag sector 2. Hold up. I think the Williams is around a Noah. Does he have enough damage to force a retirement? No, he does not. So, he is still pointing the right direction, so no safety car yet.
Oh, he's in the wall again.
Ooh, he is. So yeah, maybe it got a little bit of damage. He does have some missing end plate out of the wing, so it could be affecting the downforce on that car. So we'll cut back. Yeah, our close battle is P3, but again, everyone is, like I keep saying, in their own worlds right now, for the most part. No one's really got DRS off the other one, so they're just kind of hoping something happens. Ben swerving gets another 3 seconds to add to his troubles.
Well, Bats Plus and Wada Patowski have already caught up to Mark of Kenya here, who is already yet to stop, so could be interesting.
Yeah, they got the fresh rubber here, but they're going at least. They'll have to make one more stop. We do have a yellow flag sector 3. That is just someone slow. I think that is just Noah, someone slow in pit lane. So nothing to report. But we did have a big battle here for T12 between the Merc and Not Sir Vapor. And it looks like Shahomi has retired in Sector 1 as left. I don't know where Shahomi is on track. I think he's retired on circuit, though. So no safety car will be called. Still a big battle here for P12 and 11. Looks like Not Sir Vapor going to try to clear him this time by get the elbows out. Gives him a little bit of a shunt. But we'll hold the spot. And Fireball will also get the sneak by as well. As it looks like TCR has come to pit lane. Yep, along with Forzan and Tasmanian Devil.
Mark of Kenya wanting to stay out as he gets overtaken by Bats Plus to turn 1 and turn 2.
So that top 3 is now Bats Plus. Kenya will have to pit again, and Wapowski will try to...
Stanley has made the undercut work. Stanley has come out ahead of Tasmanian Devil.
Ooh, not by much, though, as it looks like... Yep, he looks like he got a little loose there and took the wall with him.
I think Frekia Viola there, Velap's car, is very much getting in the way.
I think ghosting is on, though, if I'm not mistaken. So he should be able just to creep on by. Wapowski...
I believe that Stanley has recently moved to the lack of the racing line, and when you got a ghost car just parked in front of you like that, it is very distracting.
True, but he'll get around now. So yep, I think ghosting is definitely on because he did kind of clip through Viola's wing, so he'll be around. But yeah, that's not going to help because now he's got under pressure of Devil. And speaking of that, Wapowski just got by Kenya, but Bats Plus is almost he's now a second clear. So if he can keep the pace, DRS will be activated. Now here comes Tasmanian Devil trying to make the pass on Stanley, and he'll make it like he's standing still. P4 for Tasmanian Devil, Stanley down to P5 as Kenya has now come in. So we'll take a quick check here. Pats first, and now Tasmanian Devil can go to the end on those set of hards. So Devil, Stanley, Kenya, TCR, all good to go to the end. While Bats Plus, Wapowski, and Surges are all going to have to go at least one more time for pit stops.
Broomhandle pitting here again. This will be interesting to see. Whether he goes mediums, whether he goes hards.
So he's going for
some mediums. They are a set of mediums for Broomhandle.
So if he can keep his wing clean or his stuff clean, he should be able to also make it to the end. But with the time penalties he has, he's going to have to keep it clean from here on out. Devil is slowly eating into the second place car, but he's also pulling away from Stanley. So Devil looks like he's wanting to improve his points lead here today.
Can he keep Stan out of a DRS? It's a big question.
We'll see here. He'll not this time by, but maybe next time by if he can get through that technical section a lot faster. Wapowski's gotten back within DRS range, but he will not have... Actually, he does have it this time by, so he'll try to stay within touch. Noah sets the fast lap of the race on a set of softs, but I do think that time will come down when Devil and... if Devil and Stanley have something to say about it.
Bats Plus, another penalty.
That's not good. If we take a check of penalties right now, that puts him with the 6. Surges has 9. Currently, one that has the most penalties is Viola with 20. And then next up would be Forzan with 12. But it's good to see a couple drivers still keeping it clean, including Devil, Marco, and Fireball. Last 3 drivers that are pure still to this world. So we'll take a look here. Turkey Whacker. Actually, Ben Swerve's coming in. Just kind of shout to the field here. Yeah, so Stanley, it looks like Devil is not gaining too much time. Pass gets another
drop time.
Pass gets another 3 seconds though. So yeah, right now Devil doesn't have to really make much time up because he's in the good. He's within 3 seconds of both Wapowski and Bats, and they both have 6. So he's got no pressure around him. If he just wants to stay where he is, he has this race basically won, barring any shenanigans or safety cars. So I'll ask you, since you are the driver, if you know for a fact there's drivers ahead of you that have penalties and drivers behind you that have penalties, does that throw you off a little bit? Because it always feels like when you get in a late race situation and you mentally are thinking that there's a driver ahead of me that has a penalty, I can't cut, I have to take conservatively. But conservatively can sometimes mean slow. Does that throw you off, or do you just say, screw it, I'm going, and if I get a penalty, I get a penalty?
Well, if you can just sit him at DRS or get close enough, then you're the one in control in that situation. Just got to know what penalties you have.
Because if Devil,
because
if Devil gets a 3-second time penalty, I don't know how many warnings he has, but he gets a 3-second time penalty. Instead of being well over 4 seconds clear, he'll be less than half a second in. So he has to be conservative.
The frustrating part is, for me personally in England, I was stuck behind Freccia Viola, and not Cervapa was ahead of him with multiple penalties, but Freccia Viola was defending extremely aggressively, so I just had to sit behind him, and I couldn't get back up to not Cervapa, which was very, very frustrating.
It does, I could imagine that. Yeah, I could imagine that indeed.
That's better than going alongside someone who was an absolute menace and being teleported into the barrier around Silverstone.
True, you don't want to force an overtake.
Stanley's in.
Stanley is in. He's on a set of hard, so I'm shocked he's coming in. He must have got damage or something, because...
We'll see. Is the wing out?
Yep, they're fixing the wing. So he got damage from clipping something, but he'll be on the mediums. But yeah, he was having a good chance to make that work, and now he's going to have to recover. 16 laps to go, as we do have a battle here between teammates at Kenya and Forzan. Forzan going to hold the spot for now, as Fikers also made a pass on the jump of the pit lane, and he'll take over. So Stanley down to P9 from pitting. So at least he's still in the points.
Taz is closing in on the lead drivers here.
Oh yeah, now
1.6 seconds between himself and Watapatowski.
If we
puts him at about 2.5 seconds off the lead of Bats Plus.
Now, from what we know from when from the other medium runs where they pit around lap 14, lap 15 range. So Wapowski and Bats Plus will be coming in within 5 laps. So it looks like the tires could be falling off, and that's allowing Devil to slowly reel them in.
Yes. They both have 11 laps. 11 lap-old tires on the Red Bull and the Haas there. And 4 lap-old hards for Tasmanian Devil.
Yep. The thing is, they could make it to the end on another set of mediums if they want. You have a yellow flag sector 2. Noah has retired from the race. It looks like he may have crashed. We'll get a chance here when Bats Plus comes around. Now, there's a safety car. Safety car has been called.
Here we go.
So we do have, your prediction was correct. We do have a late race safety car here with about 15 to go. We'll see if we can see Noah's car. No, he is now disintegrated. It looks like he took corner 1 a little too aggressively and probably ended in the DHL sign. But I am not Nostradamus, so I have no clue what exactly occurred. Stanley, though, is now in the P8 with Fikes pitting. So Stanley kind of probably wishes he took this pit now instead of a couple laps ago, but he'll at least be able to jump some of the cars ahead of him who are going to pit now for fresh rubber. And actually, Stanley is 10 behind TCR and 13, so now he'll only go P5, but will be at least in striking range.
Fikes has put on hards.
Really? That is a bit shocking.
Doesn't think he can get those soft 13 laps.
He could have went, and maybe he doesn't have another set of mediums, so that could be the case. But drivers are.
Well, he went medium, so he had to go hard or a soft.
I mean, the
softs.
softs.
He's gone hard.
True, because the softs would probably be on lap 11 when we have the next safety restart, so it'd be close. But yeah, he'd be fighting tire deck at the end, so maybe just doesn't feel conservative. Bats Plus and Wapowski in. Tasmanian Devil will follow, obviously, because he wants to be on a fresh, softer tire. We'll see if any of them decide to take a set of softs.
What will our lead drivers go for?
We'll see here. We'll take a look. Bats Plus is on a set of mediums. Wapowski is going to be on a set of mediums as well, and Devil's also going on a set of mediums. So no driver thinks they can go on a set of softs here, as it looks like Devil has jumped. He has. He's jumped both Bat Plus and Wapowski. So Devil is going to make out like a bandit here, and it's going to be in P1, especially with Bats and Wapowski both having time penalties. That is not going to help them.
It also looks like in this field we're going to have more mediums than a psychic convention.
You and your one-liners. I love them. Anyway, Fikes is only going to be only driver on a set of hards, though. So, interesting. Noah has left the session. So yeah, I'm just going to try to look through the field here. We'll take a quick chance here. And while we wait on a stage here, I'm going to check the race director, see how many warnings Devil has. See if he's any chance of adding 3 seconds to his name. But he's a pretty fast driver, and now that he's in the lead, I don't
think he had any when I checked last.
Let's see here. Nope, still nothing. If that's the case, he has been doing a great drive. Turkey, Fredgy, Noah, Not Survivor, Fretch, Wedge, Fretch, Turk, Bats, Fretch, Forzan, Shadow, Fretch, Noah. Nope, none. He's got none. But something worth noting, though, is it me or is it getting darker? It could be something.
A little bit.
It is. Again, maybe a late rainstorm.
Just going to use the intel from Tasmanian Devil's stream from the qualifying screen.
Oh, that is a good call.
A little bit of almost a rhyme there, not quite. See what the weather report said prior to qualifying.
I should have you in the move morph off. That was an idea I have not thought of in so many races so far. Check someone else's stream. That would give me a great answer, but yeah, that's a good look.
Also, just while we're here, just to toot my own horn here, the mighty Toowong FC, top of the Brisbane Premier League last night, winning their first round fixture. Your boy Dunk Daddy started as the holding midfielder.
Oh, well, that's good.
3-1 win over the Gap.
Well, bravo indeed. I didn't actually know that. That's actually good to hear. Soccer, rugby, you said Premier League, so I'm going to assume, but no, Australia's soccer, okay. Because it could have been AFL or Australian rule football.
The American flavour.
Mm-hmm. Could have been Australian rules football, could have been rugby, but soccer, good to see.
Well, Taz did not even look at the weather, which I can only assume means that in the stream, someone said she was a dry one.
Yep, so this dark cloud is our red herring, but the safety car should be coming in this time by. I think everyone is good to go to the end. Don't see any real reason no one will decide to jump in. Yep, safety car is in this.
Safety car in this lap, the lights are out.
Yep. So we'll see here in accordance. So yeah, we'll see here how Devil, because I've seen Devil do safety car restarts before. He likes to hold them up, and we'll see how much he does that indeed, because Devil is going to back him up here. I think the ideal place is try to catch him just before the hairpin, but how long will Devil wait this out? So under patience, still hasn't gone. Trying to warm up his tires a little bit here. Bats and Wapowski probably getting a little bit impatient. Really want to go. Someone has actually, it looks like TCR is there. They're all training like this is the highway, like this is the I-95. There goes Devil. Devil has already gone. Looks like everyone else is kind of caught napping there. So Devil's able to get well over almost a second clear because of that timing. Now through the chicane here, looks like everyone has kept it clean for the most part. Fikes goes a bit wide, though he's going to lose out, but because of the safety car, that's actually going to screw the fireball off. But everyone is away here. Bats, Tasmanian Devil timed that to perfection and is now out of DRS range. Well, Bats plus Wapowski and Stanley all kind of covered by a blanket for 2, 3, 4. Kenya gets a 5-second for ignoring yellow flag, so he'll be on the naughty stool as well. Now we're down to 2 runners that don't have penalties. Fireball and Tasmanian Devil. So we'll take a look here. Turkey Whacker could make a possible move here on Fireball. He will for P10. Fireball kind of sinking a little bit. Back up to the top of the battle here. Forzan going to try to make something on the inside of the Merc of Strategist, and he'll make it work. P5 he goes. Next man up on his sights would be Stanley. Stanley
Forza
does have...
want to get a wriggle on here with those 15 seconds of penalties.
Yep.
Stanley, the least penalties of the penalised drivers in the top 5. Only 3 seconds. Watapatowski and Bats Plus, both with 6 seconds.
So right now, Stanley would be in a good seat for P2 as Ben has passed Not Survivor, but the problem would be incurring because we still got well over 10 laps in this race. So anything is possible. So it looks like Stanley goes a bit wide. I think he may have clipped the wall. Devil sets the fast lap of the race, and Forza will go up to P4 and did set a purple sector 3 to add to his troubles. As Not Survivor has retired, but he is down pit lane, so no safety car will be called. We're down to 14 runners in the field. Wapowski under... It looks like Bats Plus has pulled away a second over Wapowski, but Bats is 2 down on Devil. So Siege is under 5th. TCR and Kenya, 7th, 8th. They're all fighting relatively under lines here. We could have a possible... DRS is not open to the next lap, so we'll be up to how much ERS and straight line speed you have. Steer just gets a 3 second. That will put up to 12 seconds worth of time penalties. I should ask you right now, Dunk, do you think anyone can challenge Tasmanian Devil?
I think he's gone with no penalties. It'll have to be an error of his own doing. Or perhaps a late safety car could jumble the pack up there if he has someone behind him on softs and they can scramble away. Well, we shall see. We shall see indeed. He's going to have to hope something... the people that oppose him are going to have to hope something happens. Turkey Wack gets another 3 second add to his troubles. Stanley and Surges are fighting for P5, so I think he may have did get damaged, Stanley, when he tapped that wall. Nah, it looks okay. Now, we'll see here on the on-camera here. Yeah, he looks fine, but maybe just a little bit rattled on pace. Forzen on the back of Wapowski, but with 15 seconds worth of time penalties, he's going to fall outside the points right now on pace 2 anyway. So he's going to have to get a move on. Well, not necessarily. I have Shadowbane and Broomhandle just outside the top 10 there, both with 9 second penalties.
Yeah, true. Well,
he's just added
18.
another 3 seconds.
Yep, and he's got a little squirrely there, so 18... It's going to be close, let's put it like that. He may get a point if he can, if the drivers behind him start slowing up. But that's definitely not going to help him. He could hit 21. I think he'll hit 21 for the end of this race. He's already he's already the age of a consent. Can now he hit the age of drinking in the United States? It's legal now. Can it? Yeah, it's legal at least. So no. So anyway, Devil in first. Pats Plus has gotten well over. Still there, but yeah, he's gonna need some help. Steegis battling for 6, but can't make anything on Stanley. Fireball down to P14. The only other driver with no penalties, and he has fallen like a rock.
Turkey Whacker there.
Now Forzen up to 21. Turkey Whacker doing something.
8 places. Started 18th into the points. That is a strong drive from good old Tommy there.
Yep, could be driver of the day at the pace he's going, if I ever can find the right screen here. Yep, he is up. If depending on how Forzen with his time penalties shake out, he's up for driver of the day. Kenya now gets a 3 second time penalty. Give him 8 on the day. We got a little bit of pressure. It looks like Forzen tried to make a late lunge on Wapowski, but not going to be able to make it worse. Now the problem is Wapowski's going to have DRS from Bats Plus. So it is worth noting that Forzen's not going to get that easy DRS to get by. Devil is not really pushing that much, though. Like, he's 2.6, 2.7. He's gaining a little, but losing a little. But again, with time penalties, he's going to have to, again, hope for a miracle. I know I keep stating the obvious, but it is the truth. And when you're looking for the field there, sometimes you got to state the obvious. Because there are people that tune in late. But yeah, this is the closest battle we have a track. 3 and 4th. As Forzen gets another time penalty, he's up to 24. At what point do they just tell him to just park it?
I think he's getting close. So Stanley is still in a strong position here for a podium.
Yeah.
3 seconds of penalties compared to the 6 of Watapatowski and Bats Plus.
Oh, the Merc gets a little squirrely behind him and almost takes the wall for a ride. And that's going to allow TCR to get by him for 6. That was just a boggle and a half.
Ryan Seacrest, as I like to call him, after the old American Idol presenter. 12 seconds of penalties there. And Mark of Kenya looking around the outside. Can he get it done?
We'll see here. Hope he doesn't hit the Rolex sign. Keeps his foot in it, and he'll get P7. Good run
That's
indeed.
a solid move there by Mark of Kenya.
100%. Now will Segrist make an attempt here, but with the DRS blinking, they both have no ERS though, so they're both basically on equal footing with no extra power in the car. Segrist gets another time penalty up to 15. Maybe giving Forzen a run for his money in the time penalty part. Now he's been disqualified.
Segrist is out of here.
With only 15 seconds worth of penalties, no less. That is shocking that they disqualified for 15, but
that was
wait a minute.
That was Forzen of 27 seconds of penalties. Got disqualified.
My mistake. I misread it. Sorry, Forzen has been disqualified. Rookie mistake. Should not have. I was looking at the screen. Segrist popped up with his, and then I was like, oh, Segrist only got 15. Yeah. Nope. Forzen has finally gotten too many, and they're telling him to park it with 6 to go. So let that be a lesson, folks. You got to keep your things clean if you want to finish the race. So back to the action here. We'll go back to intervals while I was looking through penalties here. Shadowbang gets 3 to add to his trouble. But yeah. So it looks like we got a little bit of a train here. So yeah, with TCR and Stanley both having 3, but Stanley is 3 behind Wapowski, so he's got to get close in. Yellow flag sector 3. Looks like Shadowbane is around, but he has kept it straight, not much damage, so no safety car will be called. Much to the chagrin of the runners in second and third. Right now, Stanley does kind of have to get a move on here, because if he can't get within close to Wapowski, he won't be able to get a podium spot. Because he's
well, he's having to defend from a late onslaught from TCR F1 Racer.
Mm-hmm.
Who started 5th and he is currently running 5th, so if he can find that extra spot, then happy days for him.
Both drivers do have 3 seconds worth of time penalties compared to Bats Plus and Wapowski having 6. So if one of the fast drivers gets ahead of them, they could work as a team, metaphorically speaking, and get 2nd and 3rd instead of 4th and 5th. So there is kind of a mental mind game here.
Have a driver to look out for here is Mark of Kenya. He has about 8 seconds of penalties, but whether he does appeal the 5-second penalty, I'm not sure what happened.
It looked like
he an overtake under safety car.
Yep.
What it could have been, I'm not too sure, but maybe one which could be appealed and removed. So
yeah, true, because he may have to. Bats Plus gets 3, so that's going to ring him up, and Wapowski's de facto P2. But with Stanley and TCR all behind him, that is not good for a Bats Plus. Let's put it like that.
Just battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th is essentially a battle for the podium as it stands right now.
Yep, Broomhandle gets another 3 add to his trouble, put him up to 12. No one near the range of Forzan, but
ooh, we got Segrist on 18 seconds there.
Ooh, I mean he's gonna have to
playing with fire.
That is true, because 2 more people retire, everyone gets points. So Kenya again with 8 seconds could be on 3, so he is still fighting for his life, but he'll at least be he'll be P6 regardless of what happens. TCR looks like he just doesn't have enough to get by Stanley. He gets close with DRS, but just not enough to make anything happen. So anything is up for the cards here. Wapowski is not that far behind Bats Plus, but doesn't have to force anything because of the extra time penalties at Bats.
Yeah, the only issue for Wapowski is he does have Stanley just outside of that 3-second mark.
Ooh, TCR.
TCR
gets a 3, so that's going to put him to 6, which means Stanley basically has P4 locked. He now just, well, unless he obviously crashes, but Stanley now into de facto P4, could be P3 if he gets a move on. Well, Pass gets 3 seconds as well, so put Stanley up to P2 right now. Stanley is now in 2nd position, and he could be the cat with the canary, and could easily be looking good if he can just keep the pace. So take a look through the rest of it. Again, it looks like, again, Wapowski could, but now Wapowski and Bats Plus both being on same strategies, they are now fighting for 2nd for reals. With 4 to go, with Tasmanian Devil going to enter the long straight here, it could be Wapowski could try to make a move. He was our pole sitter, so he does have some good pace in that car. So I wouldn't put it against him trying to make a move or getting close to Bats Plus.
This is indeed a juicy battle.
Something else worth noting is Stanley is on 12-lap old softs. He'd be going the longest on a set of mediums today at 16. I don't think they'll puncture, but how weird will they be? And here comes Wapowski. Going to try to make it on the inside here. Going to get the elbows. Looks like Bat's going to have the inside for the corner, and he'll hold it for now. Nope, no switchback was possible. Bats got
squirms on the exit.
He did, and that's going to allow Wapowski to get by.
Wapowski in.
Yep, Wapowski now up the P2. Can Bats have a counter? He's going to have to stay close. He will have DRS from this next upcoming straight, so he could have an answer if he could stay close. But didn't get a good exit, and that's going to allow Wapowski to get even farther away. Now at least half a second, at least to 2/3 of a second behind. Jeez, 3/4 is what I meant to say. 7/10. And yep, Wapowski is going to, at the very least, hold it for now. But with a DRS straight coming up, Bats Plus could have a re-answer. Kenya gets 3 seconds added to his name.
That takes him out of that battle, essentially.
Basically, but with Steegis behind him, he's, I think, good, at least for holding P6, if my math is correct. Actually, well, never mind, because I think it depends on how much the Red Bull at 8th with Ferkser has. Bats Plus not able to get close enough to make something happen. We will have 2 to go, this time by, as Tasmanian Devil has basically been doing great all day. Fast lap of the race. No penalties to speak of. And even if he gets one, still will probably be easily, comfortably in second. Oh, sorry, first.
He can put the kettle on out the front there. Get the kettle on, nice cup of tea, couple of biscuits. He is just cruising to victory here. Magnificent drive. After what I'm sure would have been a very disappointing qualifying for him in 4th place. I'm sure he would have expected more, but no, they say, look at drivers like Daniel Ricciardo, Alain Prost. Not as fast as a Verstappen or a Senna in their days, but they always turned it on a Sunday, and that's when it matters.
So they don't give out points for Saturday unless you're an F2. But, so yeah, it is good to see. He's a relatively fast driver, and he does do good in other leagues, so keeping that dominant form alive. Bats Plus could have an answer here on this hairpin here. We'll see here with DRS. Does he try to... obviously, you want to make the move when you can. You don't want to wake it up the chance and then realize next lap you can't answer back. So he's going to try it here. He's going to have DRS. He has got ERS. Wapowski has both the same. Ben Swerve gets a time penalty. Here comes Wapowski, and he's going to get the pass. Bats Plus gets him into the hairpin. He'll have 1 lap to hold on to that spot. Both being equal on penalties. Anything is possible. Here comes Wapowski back.
What if Wapowski's got the run?
He does. Now remember, Bats Plus 2 laps ago got squirrely off the exit, and that could be a reason Bats Plus has to keep the power down relatively clean here. If he gets a little squirrely, it could cost him the spot. Segrist gets another 3-second time penalty. Bats Plus takes it better this time. He's now in the second. Well, still in second. Tasmanian Devil 4 seconds ahead. Tasmanian Devil, Wapowski, geez, a lot of names throwing out there. Wapowski could easily have an opportunity here with the DRS straight coming up. He has a DRS straight here. He's going to activate it. ERS tells us, if I pull up telemetry real fast, he's got 27, while Bats Plus has 27. So they're both on the same ERS. Here he comes to the couple corners there. Broomhandle gets 3 more. Wapowski going to be within half a second. Safe distance to make a lunge going into the hairpin is probably about half a second. So we'll see here if Wapowski can stay close. Looks like they both lock up a little bit, but Bats Plus takes a little bit of a more. Right. Yep, we're going to have a lunge here down the straight. They may be side by side through the hairpin. Here we come, 1/4 of a second. Wapowski is going to have a jump here if he can get a jump. They're both using all the ERS, but it doesn't look like Wapowski's getting close enough. So Bats Plus could hold on through the hairpin, and he will based on exit, but up the road. Tasmanian Devil is going to win this race. We could have a lunge down the straight here, but Wapowski will not make it work. Bats will be second, Powski will be third, but Stanley is going to come home in P2 with penalties. TCR going to come home in 5th. Kenya with the unserved time penalty will be 6th for now, but here comes Feixer. Feixer's 11 seconds down the road. It's going to be close on time penalties, but I think Feixer will jump in the 6th, and he will not actually. My math was wrong. He'll be 7th. Segrist will cross the line in 8th, but Turkey Wacker will jump him. So Turkey Wacker 8th, Segrist 9th, and for the last points paying position, it will go to Broomhandle. Actually, yeah, Broomhandle will get the last points paying position because Fireball with no penalties will go up to 8th. And that will be that.
Big drive from Turkey Wacker, 9 positions gained there. Fireball as well. Magnificent drives from a pair of them.
Both get points. Both will finish well. Fireball will get driver of the day for his efforts, edging out Turkey Wacker. But yeah, Fireball and Tasmanian Devil were the only 2 drivers to keep it clean through all that 35 laps. So hats off to both drivers. Made the steward's life pretty easy for at least those 2 guys. Rest of the field, gonna have a few head scratches out there, but still great driving overall. Tasmanian Devil, great race. No complaints. Basically just went out there and dominated. Had a little bit of a slow qualifying, but did show that the medium strategy worked and worked it to perfection.
Indeed, Forzan, the disqualified driver, very agitated with his disqualification.
Very fast driver, but just couldn't keep it clean for 35 laps. It's the life of the game. You have to keep it clean if you want to do well. So we'll take a look at the last results here. Tasmanian Devil will extend his lead on the points lead because of winning here today's race, and the fast lap will give him a max points day. Stanley second, Bats third, Wapowski fourth. Stanley, well, keeping it relatively clean, will be in second. TCR fifth, Mark of Kenya sixth, Fikes are seventh, Fireball eighth, Turkey Whacker ninth. Broomhandle will round out the top 10 in points, and then everyone else from Cedrus, Swervin, Shadowbane, Sir Vapor, Fretchy Viola, Noah, Shahomi, That Porsche Dude, and Forzan will round out the 19-car field. So yeah, I should ask you, Dunk, who do you think was the driver of the day on this field? I think there's an obvious answer, and I want to see if you're going to go for it.
Who do I think what?
Who do you think was the best driver? Who do you think the best driver on the field was, or the driver of the metaphorical day, in your opinion?
Oh, I mean, Taz coming from fourth. Very dominant win there.
Yeah, I don't think really...
If you're pulling out an 11-second victory after a late safety car, you've done a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
But, Mark of Kenya, I think, is another one to look at there. Coming from 12th. Getting himself a good amount of points there.
Yeah, he brought racing points.
He would surely be the first Central African driver in Formula One history.
Yeah, he'll be the first one to get points for Central Africa. Anyway, also I think Stanley gets some points too, because I think Stanley did relatively well as well, getting second, kept his nose clean, and was able to get at least second when he probably looked like he was on pace for fourth. But yeah, I think the obvious answer for the best driver in that field today was Tasmanian Devil. Kind of just put a masterclass on the field. But that will basically do it for us here today. Thank you again for joining me, Dunk Daddy. It was quite an interesting race, and it's good to have another face join me in the booth.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Farewell to the CSR viewers. Hope you enjoyed the race.
Yep, hopefully you enjoyed the race as well. And next week, I don't have the calendar in front of. If we can get it streamed, it will be somewhere. We'll quickly try to let you know where that is if I can ever find the schedule. Always so many things in these Discord tabs. That will be at Zandorf. So if we do have a stream going for that, that will be this upcoming Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. But till then, I am Pepsi Freak 212. That is Duncan. We are signing off. So thank you and good night.